Hi everyone, Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. How are we all today? Wherever you are in the world, when you're watching, a huge shout out to you. I want to look at December energies. Of course, things everywhere are just heating up. It's like things coming to fruition. Things that, we have been reading on and participating in and hoping for. Things seem to be speeding up. So I want to look at December. I also then want to ask two pertinent questions. One for the US. Of course, the former DOJ Assistant Attorney General Jeffrey Clark had metadata, White House metadata has been found on that letter. Thanks to the work of the January 6th committee. Of course, the Assistant Attorney General at the DOJ should not have been communicating with the White House and what really looks like an attempt to overthrow, conspiracy to overthrow a lawful election result. So, I cannot see how charges will not be brought against, an indictment will not be brought against that Jeffrey Clark, who of course has pled the Fifth Amendment along with another Trump lawyer, John Eastman. And of course, if all these things are occurring, which they are, we now have the evidence, then that all roads lead to the president. So I want to look at that question. Also, I read on Putin playing Russian roulette at the Ukrainian border with an intent to invade not all of Ukraine, I didn't feel, but certain territories in Ukraine and claim them for the separatists and, of course, Russia. It appears intelligence has now come forward that shows just that. So we'll take another look at that. Nobody wants a war. So many boiling points across the world. We do not want to get into anything that we cannot get out of lightly. But first I want to look at December energies. So let's get started. We'll pull 4 cards and then we'll ask those two pertinent questions around the attempted sedition, insurrection, overturning a lawful election result. Later on we'll ask that question around Jeffrey Clark and also Putin's mobilization at the border. We'll take another look at that and see what might happen there. All right, but first let's get started on December energies. Before I start, I want to thank you all. I was absolutely overwhelmed by this community's response to the birthday photo that I posted. Just overwhelmed. Thank you. And anyone who has a birthday in December, have a wonderful day. Really have a wonderful day. It's all about you. Okay, and the second thing I wanted to thank you all for your donations that have been coming through. I read everyone. I've got the messages. It's between you and me, what you have said and what you have given, and I thank you for them from the bottom of my heart. Now, let's get started on December energies. I do have a lovely video coming up for YouTube, which I'm hoping to edit and post before the end of the week, on a trip to a small south coast town, a walk through a previous very hard-hit fire area, and a little bit of Aboriginal bush heritage trail to show you as well. I just got a lot out of being there. It was a magical experience. I'm hoping to bring that to you later on in the week, all things being equal. But first to December energies. All right, I want 4 cards, please. What affects one affects us all. It's like various parts of disparate, seemingly disconnected parts of the collective playing out in various locations across the world. All has the ability to, or the influence really, to impact on us in one way or another. We are all connected. Okay, December energies, please. December, what are we looking at in December globally, and also for the US, which is undergoing particularly traumatic time at the moment, a particularly make or break time, a particularly evolutionary time. Okay, so what are the December energies? I'm not going to take those. I want 4 cards, December energies, please, for the 4 weeks. December energies, this week and beyond in December. What is coming up for us in December? Collective. I better get my calendar out. I used to do these when the ex-president was president, and I've forgotten how to do them, but let's have a look. Okay, so we're into December now. So we want the first week of the 6th. Let me just get some room here. First week of the 6th, second week of the 13th, third week of the 20th, fourth week of the 27th. At the bottom of the pack, we have the Two of Cups. That could mean a lot of things. It could mean unity, coming together. I really feel, I go to the January 6th committee. It is bipartisan in nature. It's the closest thing we'll get to bipartisan in the US at the moment. That January 6th committee is doing a massively good job. Past readings have shown that once that evidence comes to light through that congressional committee, it almost green lights charges, because we cannot turn away from those charges. We know the DOJ already has a grand jury impaneled. We know that because they raided another Trump lawyer, Sidney Powell, on the last week, I think it was. So the structures appear to be there. We just don't know how it's all going to work at the moment. So this can be unity. It can also be those that have literally done the deal. Some would say with the devil. All right, so I'm using the Tarot Grand Lux as the base cards, and then I'll be using the Thelema Tarot to clarify. Let's take a look then. I'm going to bring the laptop down and you're all going to see it, and then we'll ask those two pertinent questions that I have been talking about. So week 1, beginning the 6th, which is this week, we have the 8 of Cups. So there's a lot of loss here. A lot of people are losing out. A lot of the, if we look at a battle between, some would say extremes, the same bird, but, I don't necessarily agree with that, because I think the rise of fascism is very dangerous for us all. It impacts on every single democracy across the world, and also other dictatorships that good people are trying hard to fight for freedoms. There's a lot of loss here, a lot of resignation, a lot of walking away from the table, a lot of the energy of no longer fighting. We've lost the fight. That's an interesting underlying energy for this week. We'll see what that is. It could be a number of key witnesses in the January 6th committee. It could be other people. Personally, you could feel like it's time to let go. So when I say loss can be couched in many things. It's like when we let go, it's not that we give up. It's just that we see what is futile. So that's what I'm feeling in this card. Week 1, beginning the 6th. Literally, week beginning the 6th, week beginning the 13th. We've got the 3 of Coins, working in teams, but this is also coming together here. I don't know what testimony is scheduled for the 3rd week beginning the 13th in relation to January the 6th. I don't know what other events, major events in the world that governments are going to come together. This is some sort of unity here to make sure that we don't literally go over the edge. So that's a good energy to have. If you apply this in your personal life, I do feel December, we saw from the solar eclipse in Sagittarius, it was very much about letting go. Now, with the solar eclipse, we do have the final hard square. You'll hear astrologers talking about it. The final hard square between Uranus in Taurus and Saturn in Aquarius. Literally saying we've got to change. And this is what this card reminds me of, that there is this energy pushing forward around changing structures which are no longer working for us. And if some of those are Western liberal structures that have become corrupted, they too have to change as well. So we've got coming together unity in some way. a letting go and an acceptance of what needs to change. And then when we move into week beginning the 20th, we've got the Two of Wands, so something coming to fruition in time. This is literally a gateway is opening around that week of the 20th. I think Uranus makes its last hard square to Saturn, I think in that week. And so we're likely to see a glimmer of something, a glimmer of change, a glimmer of, it's almost like we've got the key to finally open the gate. So something is going to be released literally during that week. You know, we can look at what that might be with the clarifiers. And the final week, the 27th, it's time to reflect, possibly after what occurs the week beginning the 20th. It's time to reflect and review. And a lot of people will be doing that as this is Virgo energy, looking at, you know, personally, what we need to do in 2022. You know, now that we've let go and we've released, now that we've faced the hard, I guess, crises that we need to face. And it's, you know, it's about planning. It's about planning and building and strengthening. It's not about building, it's about rebuilding in another image. And all of this energy comes together one way or another in that final week of December, where we need to really, you know, we may not be, it's not done yet. We could literally be feeling this energy and we're wondering where we go. It is time for review. It is time for review. And, you know, at the mundane level, by no means superficial level is about setting intentions for 2022. Even those politicians who are either in power or will be coming into power will be looking at setting intentions. I do feel December is a critical month in terms of that letting go and releasing. And I think it's going to take a major event to do that. All right, let's clarify each card. Week beginning the 6th. Okay, week beginning the 6th. Let's see what this Eight of Cups, releasing, understanding that the fight is futile. I got a draw there to what is the January 6th committee. It's stronger than we think. Its influence is stronger than we think. Its progress is stronger than we think. The Eight of Cups, what is this doing here? That card wanted to come out. So we have the Page of Swords, information coming through. You know, this is the Jeffrey Clark matter. This is more, you know, this is like what I find incredibly empowering in jurisdictions, states, other, even federally, where there is no action on things which are clearly hurting and infringing on people's rights. People are taking civil action and they're successful. Guess why? Because this person or this Page of Swords brings forward some kind of treason, some kind of conspiratorial action. And a lot of those suits that are going on, whether it be over guns or whether it be in relation to the attempted conspiracy to overturn the election, they're going to be successful because the truth is on their side. So this will make people, where does this lead to? This will make people realise that they cannot do what they did in 2020 because there's going to be consequences one way or another. Show me what the Eight of Cups is here for. So we've got the Sun, full illumination, leading toward the light. I ask particularly for the light to come in here. And this is, you know, joy and happiness. I am seeing the signs of the zodiac here. In the center of this card is a rose. And so there's some kind of healing of the heart here. Show me what this Eight of Cups is all about, because we can't have healing until we have recognition. We've got the Lovers card here. I was talking about attempted conspiracy. I think we're going to get our more answers this week from that January 6th committee on how this ties directly into the ex-president and the Ace of Pentacles. Of course, that there's going maybe something come out about the money trail. But at another level, this is also about unity. It's also about wish fulfillment. It's also about things being easier as a result of letting go of the futility of what no longer serves us. It's like a whole lot of anger is leaving as well at a metaphysical, at a karmic, energetic level. There's because of futility. I keep getting that word futility. Interesting cards. So depending on which side of the fence, there won't be a win for lawlessness. There's not a win for lies. And there's not a win for corruption that leads to real harm of people and institutions that keep us safe. There is this walking away, this futility. And interestingly enough, the sun, because that was the clarifier card, the sunrise is here, or the sunset, depending on which way you want to look at things. Sun setting and the sun rising, letting go of the old. Let's take a look at the second week, not the second week, the week beginning. Which week is it? The week beginning the 13th. I've actually had people comment when I've done this, oh, but you left off the first week. So this is why I'm saying the week beginning the 13th of December. The Three of Coins, building, rebuilding, coming together. There's something to do with 3 here. Show me. And there's the protractor. Interesting. Remember, I got a protractor in relation to Mark Meadows. And I do feel some of this is about the insurrection in the US. It is a major event to be reading on. An attempt to overturn a fair and lawful election in the biggest democracy in this world. It's an event that affects us all. 3 of Coins. What is this 3 of Coins here for? So this is when the week before Uranus makes its last hard square. We're looking at things in a new way. Something is being suspended. We've already looked at futility. It's like whatever occurs this week makes us stop and pause. There's a lot of introspection here. I don't underestimate how deep this goes for everybody. The ending of a cycle, what we need, it's going to become abundantly clear what needs to be done. It's a period of review for everyone. Now I'm getting a draw globally here. It's like, if we keep, whether the O variant is less serious, more transmissible, obviously. My card showed that Chariot card there, spreading quickly, but the jury is still out. Really, I guess that only solves an immediate problem. We've got review here, ending old cycles, what we need. This person is being bitten by a snake, bitten by poison. What we need to do, this is around the O variant here. If not this variant, then which variant? And we've got restrictions. So I just get a pull to COVID week beginning the 13th. There's while it might be okay with the O variant, there's something else that comes forward that shows, is it a hidden danger with coronavirus? We're not done with it yet. It has morphed into a hippopotamus in, I'm forgetting which country it's in, who were in a zoo. We need to be grounded in reality, but we also do not need our fears to be running away with us. The Magician, manifestation, also manipulation as well, and the Ace of Wands. So we've got a new start. So we're doing a lot of reviewing about how we go forward with COVID. I feel that's what will dominate that week of the 13th. In other ways, that Ace of Wands, we could also be informed about the concrete plan here. Something is coming into form in relation to that insurrection. So the week beginning the 20th, it's that Uranus. We're going to get to the truth one way or another. Uranus in Taurus, terribly determined. It's a fixed sign. It's there for the long haul. It's the fighter you want in the ring for the long haul. Doesn't give up easily. So we could also learn more concrete plans, given there's that protractor. We might even see week beginning the 13th. We might even see testimony from Meadows. There's some testimony occurring in that week to do with the insurrection. And there's my protractor. It has to do with drawing up plans. Okay, so the Two of Wands, now this is the critical week. And then in that last week, we've got Jupiter moving into Pisces, and that's why we're going to be seeing a lot of reflection, because Jupiter in Pisces is about how we bring through a different form. We do become creators, and we can't do that lightly. But first to that second last week beginning the 20th, Uranus squaring Saturn, what's likely to be occurring here? A crossroads, a key. Foreign influence. This could be the Putin question, because I've honed in on these two questions. Something coming to fruition in time. There's a foreign element here. The Ten of Cups. This can be family, connections. The 10th cup shows an ending of a cycle also. It is love. The 10 of Cups. It's all about love. Now we've got the Seven of Wands. Okay. Seven of Wands is defending oneself. So we do have... I'm wondering what that Ten of Wands is. And the King of Cups. Okay. This is Biden's holding that 10th cup. So I'm going to say that week beginning the 20th is connected with Russia. I did get a draw there. It's also connected with an issue, with some very, very, very major issue that Biden needs to deal with. And the World card has implications for the world. And the Page of Swords again. Foreign influences here. So I'm going to say Russia, but also showing some kind of strength around foreign. What is this? The Spy in the Camp. And here's the Eight of Cups. We could even get an indictment in the Manhattan case as well. Something major, or many major, I guess, things that we've been reading on for some months are coming to fruition. What's at the base of the pack? Strength. Yeah. Something for Biden to show strength here. So it's not just any one of these. It's all of these issues seem to be coming to a head at this time. Just got a flash of light over there in the corner. Let's now move to the week beginning the 27th, which is the Hermit card review. Investigation, some pretty heavy thinking as we move into the 1st of January. And the new year 2022. Watch that week beginning the 20th. A lot of major issues are going to come to fruition, whether they be for the US or for the world. Okay, the Hermit card. So now we're planning, now we're investigating, now we're reviewing. Now it's darkest before the dawn in a way. So we have heavy decisions to be made. The Two of Swords, and that fits with the collective. We're all looking at what needs to change in 2022. Literally, what needs to change? Show me why is the Hermit card here on week beginning the 27th. Okay, so as a result of what occurs in weeks beginning the 13th, or let's just say, and particularly week beginning the 20th, in December there's a need for review, and we've got why? Because a lot of truth has come forward or is coming forward in this week still. Yeah, bombshells and surprises. December is a huge month for us all, and we've got this defending oneself again, and the Queen of Swords, needing logic, needing a plan, and the Ten of Cups here again. This is really the collective energy here, I feel. The collective will to move through these difficult times. We've got the Four of Swords, retreat, wounded in battle. I'm feeling Russia. You want to know what this is regarding. Russia, and collective action, global action on that, but also major bombshells continuing to emerge in December around the attempted insurrection of the 2020 election. And I do feel that someone is talking and will talk. Let's now move to those two pertinent issues. Jeffrey Clark, a former Assistant Attorney General. Pretty sure that was his title. If not, someone will tell me. There goes a orb. Absolutely watch Clark. There's two things with Clark that I feel will happen. He's pleading the fifth, obviously, but I feel he's going to talk to save his own skin. And that will land. He either is or will talk. He's either already talking or will talk. And I did get a pull to Meadows. Meadows being fairly forthcoming as well. The game is up. It's futile. That's the energy of December. In your personal life, you know what you need to let go of. You know what you don't want to deal with anymore. You know what is futile. Time to let go. All right, so Jeffrey Clark, will he be arrested, indicted by the DOJ in December? Jeffrey Clark, will he be arrested and indicted by the DOJ in December? Getting the Ace of Cups here. The Knight of Pentacles can be a loyal servant, a loyal acolyte, can be reliability, sustainable progress. And the High Priestess, here she is again. Whatever's happening in December with Clark, secrets are going to emerge. Why? Due to the diligent hard work. Is the duck paddling below the surface with the DOJ? Absolutely. Absolutely, they are investigating this insurrection. Page of Cups, bombshells. This could be the bombshell that hits in December. Clark could actually be arrested. They already have the truth. They already have enough evidence. That letter. Everything has to be publicly timed given the state of the US politics to be credible, to be lawful, for the public to understand that this is absolutely the truth. What's crowning this reading is he's got his back to the wall. He has to defend himself. He reminds me of, if anyone's familiar with Harry Potter, I think I said this the other day, Wormtail, the character in that book that was never going to be the leader, that was never going to, soar to dizzying heights of leadership, follows the Dark Lord. Now, this reading is for entertainment purposes only, but these tarot cards, are indicating he will be defending himself against information that has come out. I asked, will he be indicted? The past is in the frame here, and I chose these cards because they are a softer yet assertive energy here. The Thelema Tarot, the past is in the frame. And the Four of Wands is a celebration here, a reunification. I think this is all about with our higher self. Our higher self. The Hierophant is in the hopes and fears that the government will prevail. Not some autocratic, seditionist government. Two of Cups. Now remember that card flew out, or was at the base of the pack of our underlying cards. It's about those that did the deal, that had the contract, that had the commitment here. And we've got the Tower. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. These are the two outcome cards. The Tower, of course, is the insurrection, breaking down structures, understanding exactly what occurred, the truth emerging, reform needed, in so many ways. This is not a left versus right argument. This is about a law versus unlawful argument. Clark will be arrested, I feel, will be indicted in December in some way. And I do feel there is woman within the DOJ, or this could be Pelosi as well, really behind a lot of this action. Queen of Wands, absolutely, or more than one woman. This can be Cheney as well. I mean, she's resolute. Don't you have that resolute desk? I know not everybody likes Cheney, but about this, she is resolute and unwavering, and this is the collective. I know this is the collective. There's going to be success around this in December, success for this investigation. And we've got the Emperor, control, Four of Cups and strength. Whatever is occurring, whatever advice President Biden is being briefed upon, he has to show strength in December. He will be showing strength in December over a number of matters. Remember my 6 monthly reading, and it showed that he would need to show strength in December. Right, now we get to Putin, that other thorn, more than thorn, that other nemesis, Dark Lord. All right, Putin, just eroding so much of even the fake, tokenistic democratic norms in Russia. He's now eroding those, which shows me he is getting rather desperate. This, of course, when he gets to the Ukrainian border, amasses troops, flexes his muscle. It pays out well for him at home amongst the Russian people. So the former Soviet Union glory is a political strategy for Putin as well, to keep Russians supporting him. Now, my past reading showed there would be incursions into Ukraine. There already is, but these troops will do it in a more visible way. Okay, will Putin back off in response to America now saying this will not be tolerated? Will Putin back away from the Ukrainian border? So, Eight of Swords, there will be restrictions here. This could be the Three of Pentacles, the collective here. Now, there's a lot of anxiety around this question, but it's also a restriction of the collective's interest. Six of Swords, relocation, moving out of troubled water is the foundation of the reading. The Star, retaining hope, keeping hope alive. The Eight of Pentacles, work, skill. That's crowning this reading. And the Hanged Man. He will pause in some way in response to, we'll keep going with the full reading. Seems like he's pausing his action. The Ace of Swords, the truth emerging. A strategy. Two of Wands. So right here and now we found out what his intentions were, although you didn't have to possess an intelligence report to know that this is what he intended. Not a full-blown invasion, but an incursion into Ukraine to gradually take territory. Four of Swords in the hopes and fears, retreat. It's only in the hopes and fears. What's the outcome? The Chariots, things moving very quickly. He could even launch some kind of, that would fit with the Biden reading, launch some kind of incursion, movement of soldiers into Ukrainian territory. The Page of Wands, there is going to be a small movement in some way. What's he doing here? And the Hermit card, review, reflection, introspection. That was in that last week. The Six of Cups, the past, reviewing the past. I want to draw some clarifiers. This is an important reading. I know this reading is long, but you can fast forward through the parts that you need to listen to. The Chariot is a yes. He will launch some attack. The clarified by the Page of Wands. Sorry, I asked if he will retreat. So the Chariot, it's an odd card, isn't it? The Chariot means movement forward, yet it is a yes answer. Yes and no. Okay, so clarified by the Chariot? What are the odds of that? And the Six of... Okay. Well, okay. Thank you, Spirit. You're asking me to make my interpretation here. So the foundation or the strength of the reading is both yes and no. Yes, he will move inside the border, but then he moves out again in some way. I'm going to see why he retreats, why he moves forward and then he retreats, moves forward and then he retreats. I said he was playing Russian roulette. Almost to take away from whatever's going on with Trump. Now, these are interesting cards. He's still got a line to him, and we've got the Eight of Cups, that futility card. Maybe this is the rock that Putin perishes on, the Trump rock. Okay, so is my interpretation. He will move forward and then retreat. Is that interpretation correct, please, Spirit? He will move forward and then retreat. Yes, victory. That way he'll claim a victory. The Knight of Cups, the Colt. The Knight of Pentacles, his soldiers. There's an offer here. And we've got the Three of Wands, his ship coming in. Here we've got Biden on the bottom, the Queen of Wands and the Page of Cups. Yeah, he is, and he's our ace. He is going to take us by surprise, but there's going to be some kind of deal brokered with him in some way as a result of this. I don't see all-out war. I don't see all of us being dragged into war. I see him moving forward and then moving back. That's all I can say at this time. Anyway, that's enough said. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Thank you again. Bye for now. It's a huge month, December.